You know, I realize that about 30% of the games on my channel are in some way connected with me harassing chickens, and that's disturbing to some extent. But good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. Today, I'm taking a look at Orc Island, which is still in fairly early development. The developers were kind enough to give me a copy of this to check it out and show it off a little bit. But it is still definitely in early development. It's a little rough around the edges right now, and we'll talk about some of that as we're going along. But I wanted to kind of show it off and show off some of the neater features in it. The basic idea, you know, my synopsis of it, is you've got sort of a Minecraft-y survival game. So you've got the basic elements of Minecraft, you know, dig things and harvest things and harvest materials, and then you're going to throw in some survival elements too of needing to, you know, eat food and all that kind of stuff. And then there's orcs on top of it, hence the name Orc Island. Yeah, so Minecraft-y survival-y with orcs. So if you put orcs in the game, I'm going to go ahead and be interested in that. But let's gather some basic materials if we can. I have the music turned off because at this stage of development, there's either music on or music off. There's no volume adjustment, and the volume is a little high, so I didn't want to be yelling through this. So sounds are on, music is off, and chickens, come here, no, come here. There we go. Harass the chickens. Come on. You know, I realize that about 30% of the games on my channel are in some way connected with me harassing chickens, and that's disturbing to some extent. But there's a point to harassing the chickens. If we harass the chickens, we gather their feathers, and eventually, I am told, we can actually learn to fly. So that's kind of cool, but we need the feathers to do that. So it's very important you harass as many chickens as possible in this game. Apparently, chickens will also eat your crops, and we'll come to a solution for that when we get to it. But I wanted to keep going and just sort of harvest some materials here. Again, very, you know, nothing is reinventing the wheel here in terms of what we're doing here. We're chopping down trees, and you can see down in the bottom there that is accumulating our quantity of palm trees. Having given this a few test drives myself. Oh, is that flint? Is that flint? I definitely need some flint. Oh, black marble. Oh, okay. I've actually never come across that. That's cool. I am looking for flint, though, and I'll need some of these dead trees. Yep, dead trees, please. Dead trees are handy. Yes, more of that, please. More of that. More dead trees. Yes, thank you. More of that. Okay, so I'm still on the lookout for flint, though. So let's poke around a little bit and see what we can come up with. There are all sorts of different materials to gather, but that right there, that's the direction I want to be heading in, because those are hardwood trees, and I need hardwood. That's going to... What's around this corner? Oh, those crows. The crows will eat your crops, too. But they haven't landed quickly enough for me to harass them yet. I can only harass the chickens at this point. And that's okay. I'm big on chicken harassment, as we've previously discussed. Is this flint? Yes, flint. Okay, great. I want some of that, please. Some of that, please. And this hardwood. Yep. Plenty of that. Thank you. Let me just gather some of this hardwood real quick, and then we'll show off some other stuff. So I've just done a massive deforestation campaign over in that copse of woods over there. So I should have plenty of hardwood to build stuff with later. But out of the corner of my eye, I see one of the other salient points of this game, which is very neatly we get a companion. And the first couple of times I took this out for a test drive, I totally walked right by this feature many, many times because it just looks like a rock. Just randomly in the middle of nowhere. But no. If we go up and we click on this little guy, we've got Gronk. Gronk is our companion. I'm not even sure what Gronk's supposed to be. He's sort of a stone dwarf. neat, fun little guy, and this is now our companion, and he'll do things. Well, he'll do things if we feed him, but he'll do some basic things right off the bat. So if we go into his menu, which, remind me, is in Make, and then we go down to Gronk, we can have him follow us, and that costs us nothing. Yay, Gronk! I am already a fan of Gronk. Gronk is cute and adorable, and he follows us all around. And there's not a whole lot else we can do with him right at the moment, because I don't have anything to feed him with. Is this... Yeah, see this is... Okay. This is bamboo. And I'm going to talk about this now. I was going to talk about this later, but one of two things is happening here, and this has come up with every time I've played this. And I have watched other people's playthroughs, so I know this is an achievable goal. We got some bamboo here, and then there's some corn over in the corner here. These are all sort of, well, corn especially is a food crop, and we are slowly starving to death, just in case anyone is unclear on that. So down in the lower left corner there, we've got our little row of hearts, and then right below that is the little green bar that just keeps ticking down, and that's, you know, every time it ticks down to a new bar, that's another heart lost, and we lose that even faster if we start harvesting things. You can see down in the lower left, chopping down this tree really accelerates how quickly we're dying. But in theory, now, anyone who's watching is probably better at this game than I am. In theory, I should be able to go up to this corn and click it and get corn out of it that I could then plant for my own purposes. It don't work. It has never worked for me. All I get is this little icon saying there is a crop here. That's not an icon, that's a message, but you know what I mean. Watching other people's playthroughs, clearly other people are doing it. I've seen them do it. They just go up and there should be corn coming out of here. There isn't. All I'm doing is digging up the ground around it, unless I just magically did that. If I magically did that after not being able to do that for all of that time, did I really just... No, I'm still at 0 corn seeds. Okay, so no, I thought it was going to be one of those times where you take the car to the mechanic and it immediately stops rattling, even though it's been rattling for weeks. But no, I'm stumped on food. I'm stumped on food. So one of two things is happening, and I will eventually starve to death. And again, these are the tomatoes of some sort. And I know the birds will eat the food. I was warned about that, but this is every crop. Every crop in this island that I have hit. Oh, what's this? Is that... Oh, copper. Neat. We're going to need copper. Good. So copper, yay. And that is more copper and more copper. Yep, you just keep following us, Gronk. Every crop that I have hit produces no food for me. So one of two things is happening. Either it's a bug. This is very early development. It might just be a bug. It just might be something that needs to be tweaked or worked on or whatever. Hang on. More copper. Thank you. More copper. Thank you. Or solution number 2 is I'm just doing something colossally stupid and wrong. Now, given my track history in Wee Hours games, the latter is probably more likely. So if you are way, way better at this game than I am, and probably you are, I'm just going to tell you that, these plants are actually kind of handy for something that we may or may not get into. So if you're way better at this game than I am, and you are, say, well, let's just try it one more time at this corn. Yeah, there's just nothing there. All I'm doing is digging up the ground behind it. Okay, apologies for the very abrupt edit there. I also just had to deal with a crash, so I had to reload everything and start all over again. Speaking of settings and crashing and whatnot, I have the draw distance way down on this, as actually advised by the developers on the website. And speaking of their website, I have left a link to their website in the description below, so please feel free to check out this game yourself and see if this is something you want to get into. But yeah, I have the draw distance way down, otherwise it just crashes the FPS if it's up on full. So while I was kind of re-getting all my materials, I came across some gold, and it's important to talk about gold. So this is gold. Yay, there's some gold. And this is some more gold. Yay, there's some more gold. And what is this? Is this clay or copper? Copper. Cool. All right. So gold there's tons of materials we need for everything. So let's just start with that. If we go into making minerals, there's tons of stuff that we can be harvesting, mining, making. We already found some marble earlier. That was really cool. I've actually never seen marble before. We found some flint earlier, and all of these things are going to come up in various crafting recipes. I mean, there are minerals here I don't even know if I've ever heard of, like rhodonite or fluorite. If a chemist would like to enlighten me in the comments as to whether these are what the heck these do in the real world, that would be great. But anyway, long story short, here's the thing. So let's just take, I don't know, this nice red marble, which is actually a gorgeous red marble. So I haven't mined this or harvested this anywhere, but gold can make it. So if we have gold, that can basically make any other mineral. So I can use, if you can see right down in the bottom middle there, to make marble, I just need gold. And I can go ahead and make that. And there's my marble block right there. Not sure how I feel about that. On the one hand, I'm of two minds on this. And actually, let me just grab that back up. Give me that. Thank you. Well, now I have red marble. On the one hand, I'm not complaining, because although gold is not, I mean, you don't see the coastline here littered with gold, it's pretty liberally strewn about the island. I haven't had any major problems finding gold at all. So does that make it a little bit too easy, I guess? You know, would I be happier if I actually had to go and hunt down these materials? I mean, I realize it's an island. There's a limited space that, you know, you can put all these materials in. But I'm wondering if you can use gold to make anything else. Again, I'm of two minds. I'm not complaining because it means I can actually make these things. But by the same token, does that make it too easy? I would be okay if those minerals lived under the ground, because we have to dig down to get bedrock. Bedrock is a material that we need. I would be totally okay if we actually had to mine for those rarer minerals. I think it would be really neat if you actually had to make a mine like I'm doing right now. That'd be okay. And I'm just tossing ideas out here. I'm just blue skying, and I just hate myself for the fact that I use the phrase blue skying in a sentence. I really just want to go smack myself right now. I promise I will never do that again. I'm no buzzwords, thank you. We're not in a marketing meeting here. So let me gather some more materials here, and then we're going to show off some building and stuff. And we'll show off building, because there's a really, really neat feature in building that I think is very cool about this game. All right, I gathered a little more hardwood because it's very, very plentiful and it's easy to build with because there's so much of it. And let's just show off some really basic building stuff, because I do want to show off, again, what I think is kind of a neat feature with the building. And the building is very Minecrafty. Again, nobody's particularly reinventing the wheel here. But so if we go into our build menu and just basic building and wood, we've got all these different things that we can build with. Palm boards, we actually need a crafting bench to do that, but you know, raw palm, raw maple, etc., etc., etc. And then we actually, I'm kind of curious if perhaps there's an interior designer working on the development team, because then we get into these lovely stained woods and dark inlay, light inlay, deep stained wood. I mean, there's a lot of decorating choices here that are very, very cool. What actually do I need to make that? I need sandpaper and hardwood planks. All right, well, I'm not getting those anytime in the near future. Let's just stick with something simple like raw hardwood, of which I have just shy of 300 blocks of those. So the building is pretty much what you would expect, which is put down a block, put down another block. No surprises there. But here's the neat feature that I think is kind of cool. If we put down another block, and then we hit the R key, we can do a lot of shape changing with it. So that you're not limited to just the cube. There's all sorts of different things that we can do with that. And I actually like that one right there. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. So if we do another block here and then rotate it, that one I actually want as a cube. Back to cube. Yep, there we go. And let's see. Let me do this. Let me do this off camera. Let me set up some basic stuff and really play around with the different shapes of the blocks that you can do. And then I'll show you what I built. Alrighty, I've put together a very rudimentary building, just kind of messing around. I'm not trying to impress anyone here. I just kind of wanted to show off all the different shapes of the blocks that you can do. So I just sort of did a little campsite here with a nice flat roof. That ended up being a shelf only because it ended up there, and I don't really know what my point was with that, but we're going to call it a shelf and make believe like I meant to do that. I took some of that lovely marble that we created and put that down as a nice sort of entryway here. I think that is very, very stylish. I would actually love to have that marble in my own home. And built a little bit of a staircase over here with the little different shapes so we can go up there and hang out by the lake and sort of, Gronk and I can just hang out. But while we're here at our little home, let's take a look at some of the other things that we could be doing, because there's a lot of stuff to build and craft and make here. Almost all of it I won't have the materials for, but it's worth taking a look at stuff. So probably first basic thing is the fire pit. And yeah, I don't have any bedrock yet. I wonder if we could just grab some of that real quick, because that's just digging down way far until, we get to bedrock. That's kind of how planets work. Should be way, way down here. And this is kind of what we were touching on a little while ago, is that I would not be okay with having to create a mine. I think that's kind of neat. We have not hit bedrock yet. And I also don't want to fall down here, because I've done that before, and it's a pain in the neck to get back out. Oh, the bedrock lives so far down. I think that's it down there. Is that it? Yes, that is it. Okay, we are now mining bedrock. 4 and 5. Good. Okay, good. Now we can make a fire pit. Let's put that right out front. Bam. Absolutely nothing I can do with it because of the food issue, which again is either a bug or I am doing something catastrophically stupid, and I'm personally favoring the second of those two options. But what else could we be doing in here? Not that, again, I have the materials for it. Saw bench. That's going to come up real soon. Dang it. I blew all my gold on the red marble. We can almost make a saw bench, and a saw bench allows us to make other things. Like any good survival game, you're building crafting tables to craft more and more refined things rather than just, these wooden blocks. Now we're going to start to craft planks and all sorts of other things that we'll need. Gronk, have you gone to sleep? Hey, wake up. Wake up. Nope, Gronk's asleep. Okay. Whoa. I have no idea if that was Gronk or an orc, and I'm not comfortable with that. That was a big, scary okay, yeah, that looks like an orc, unfortunately because of the low draw distance hovering in midair over there. But I'm hearing some big old footsteps. I actually don't know if the orcs come out at night. I've seen them. I haven't gotten anywhere near them. We're trying to talk about crafting here, but I'm concerned about the big, heavy footsteps that I am hearing. And Gronk has gone to sleep. Gronk is taking a nap by the fire. I should not put the fire down because Gronk is taking a nap. Yeah, those are big old orcs over there. So they're a fair distance away. Okay, orcs. That sounded much closer. That sounded so much closer. That's a really nice effect. Kind of an Aurora Borealis thing going on up there. Well done. That looks really nice. Okay, I'm a little nervous now. So, fire pit, saw bench, anvil, all very pretty standard. Cooking pot. What does it take to do that? More bedrock and iron. I haven't even found iron yet. Oh, hi. There's an orc. You're an orc. You're an orc. And I can't imagine you're going to be friendly. I think Gronk is the only, and I certainly cannot craft any kind of weapons right now, right? There's no chance of me crafting weapons. What could we do? Sword? No, not even close. Bow? Not even close. No, I need TNT. Oh my god, there's dynamite in this game. That's awesome. I absolutely want to dynamite an orc. Is he going to mess up my house? It wasn't no time to build that. I'd prefer you didn't come and smash it. He's just sort of checking out Gronk right now. Gronk is apparently completely not bothered by this. Oh, he's beating up my fire pit. He's destroying my fire pit. Gronk, wake up! You're supposed to be dealing with stuff like this. Is he gonna smash my house? Okay, he's kind of running away right now. He just came in, smashed my fire pit, and left. You know what, buddy? You know what? I'm just gonna do something stupid, like go poke you. Are you gonna hit me? Hi. Oh, you didn't like that one bit. And this is sort of combat-y music that's just happening. Well, I'm gonna guess my chances against this orc are not so great. I have no weapons. I have no ability to craft weapons. And he's just sort of chasing me around. Hi! Yep, that hurt. Well, that answers the question about the orcs. The orcs aren't friendly. Charge! Okay, I just went ahead and actually reset the map. I started from square one, exited out, and then just came back in again. Largely to get away from the "you're in combat" music, which was just punishingly loud, and I didn't feel like screaming just so I could hear my own voice. So, very dramatic ending. Orcs come and smash your house to pieces, so there's some defensive things that we're going to need to think about as this game goes on. But there's a look at Orc Island. I think it's kind of neat. It is, again, let's be clear, it's early development. It's rough around the edges. Let's not labor under any illusions here. There's some development to be done. Was that more gold? I needed that. I don't know why I need it, because I actually have no materials at this point. So there's Orc Island. Again, the link to the website is in the description, so feel free to go and check it out and see if this is a game you might want to be interested in or support or anything along those lines. I think it's got a tremendous amount of potential. I think putting a survival-y game on such a confined space like an island really kind of ramps up the severity of things, especially if big, huge, scary orcs are going to come and smash your fire pit while your companion Gronk sleeps peacefully beside it. So there you go. There's Orc Island. If you loved it, please let me know in the comments. If you didn't love it, please let me know in the comments. But one way or another, go ahead and let me know what you thought of this. Until the next time, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.